Hi everyone, welcome back to my channel. It's Janine here, and I have the March 2022 Simon Says Stamp card kit. So I'm going to do the unboxing here for you. So this is how it arrives. Oh, and this is what we have. First of all, you get one of these mesh bags, and I've now got a few of these. Every so often in the kits you'll get the little mesh bags, but the whole kit will fit inside this mesh bag, so that's really nice. But you can store all sorts of stuff in here. You could store cardstock, little papers, whatever you like really. It's a nice bag. We have that. Let me just leave that there. Did miss something. Right, noise out the way. So you always get a little candy, of course. And I think I'm just going to take this out. This will just tell me what, there's some ideas on here, and then it tells me what the products are, so you'll have to bear with me while I work out what everything is. So, let's see, there's also this thing. You usually get a little discount card. So let's start with the card. There are 4 sheets. So we have Nina 110 cardstock in white. Then we have lavender, smoke and cornflower, and these are Simon's cardstock. So these are 8.5 by 11, which is nice. So, you know me, I like using that size cardstock. So there's 4 sheets of that, well, one of each of those sheets, which is nice. Then there is a an avocado slimline envelope, which is nice too, because I don't own any slimline envelopes. And there should be a couple more envelopes in here. There they are. So there's a white envelope and a silver metallic, and these are Simon's envelopes again. These are just A2 size envelopes, and you get one of each of those. So let's start here. So there are some little pom-poms and a button for decoration, and that'll make sense in a minute. Then we have, and I'm excited about this, we have the craft tacky glue from Simon Says Stamp. I've never used their glue before, so, and I like good adhesive, so happy to try that. Then we also get a full-size Simon Says Stamp Seafoam ink pad, and this is the Positively, of course, saturated ink. So this is highly inky kind of dye ink, and it's in Seafoam, which is a lovely colour for this time of year, but also I love this colour, so I'm excited about that because I've never used those either. Then you get a mini blending brush. Again, this is one of Simon's, so it's got the little paw on it, and I actually in one of the other kits got the bigger version of this, so this will be nice to see. And these come with a little cap as well, which I think is really handy, because where mine are stored in a drawer, they kind of get ink on each other, and if I put them in a pot on my desk, my cats will probably want to eat them, especially one of them, so that's why they're in the drawer. But it does mean that the ink kind of transfers to the other ones sometimes. So having a little cap is handy for that. Right, then we have, these are, let's start with these two. Right, so we have a sheet of Simon Says stamp Hoppy Easter sentiment strips, and these I believe you can foil with like deco foil, so not hot foil, but I believe, because I think this is toner or something, but I don't have any of that. So these are nice sentiments, even if you don't have like the foils to put on top of them and that sort of thing. You can still use them as nice little extras. And then these two are Simon Says Stamps Susie's watercolor cards. So these, I believe these are Tim Holtz watercolor paper, that on the smooth side these have been printed on here, so you can watercolor with these. There were a few kits back. I actually there were 3 in that particular kit, and I used all 3 and watercolored them in different watercolor paints and that, and shared that with you guys. But these are 2 springy ones. Obviously this is more Easter themed, but in that, that's so cute. But this is lovely for any, not just Easter, but sort of a springy time. And they're sort of like an A2 front, they'll fit the front of an A2 card. Then we have, let's see here, some double-sided papers, and these are the Paper Rose Wildflower Field 6x6 papers, and these are really pretty actually. The double-sided papers, you get 6 sheets of double-sided paper, so these are really pretty. I'm bring them closer. Very pretty. This one you could easily cut these up into little tags or journaling cards for anything really. And then on the back you've got these lovely words, which for me, I would probably use this side more, but I would cut these out individually and then stick them onto, wherever. You can use them as part of your sentiments, you can put them in journals, you can put them in what's it called, in your diary or your planner or any of that stuff. You can put them onto cards as, like I say, as little sentiments and things, or in your scrapbook pages and things. But what I quite like is that these are all kind of in a line here, so the gap this way is pretty straight. So you could, if you were careful, you could get like a trimmer and just trim straight through that. So you've got that's cut done. And then this way they look like washi tape, like torn paper, so, which I don't know if you can see there. Very cool. And then some more paper, pretty paper. That's pretty. I like that. It's kind of a marbly sort of thing. And again, these are just alphabets, so you could cut these out individually if you wanted to. Or just cut around it, or use a circle or a square punch or something like that, or just trim them out, and then you could actually make words with them, or you could just use this as a background for your 6x6 scrapbook pages, or as like one part of a bigger scrapbook page. And then again, this is like this washi taped pieces to make pattern paper. It's really pretty. I like the colours in this as well. Not totally my colour scheme, but I like it. And the same for this. You do, again, scrapbook page with a nice photo and a bit of journaling with one of those cards that are there. Or you could, and you could have it either way, or you could trim this down the centre and have that as 2 3x6 inch like mini cards. Or if you really wanted to do it, you could trim around the outside like that, because that's how it would work, of each of these. And then you could either have a longer border, or you could add it to cards and things like that. So I think that's really pretty, and that's really nice as well. I like that's got a bit of a line thing in there. And then this one, this is really pretty. Actually, I like the colours in this one. The purples and the blues and butterflies. And then a wood grain, which is always handy for everything, really. And then we have Simon Says Stamp Small Clouds 3x3 stencil set. Say that 3 times fast. And what you have is the stencil, yeah, and two sides of clouds, and then you've also got the pieces that cut out to make that stencil, which you can use as your mask. So if you make your own stencils at home, even if it's out of thick card, which obviously you'd have to replace eventually, but if you make it out of card, the inside piece that you cut out will be a mask for something else. So that's where this is really cute, because you've got the, I don't know if you can see that there, but there's the bigger cloud that you then use as a mask. So you can put some temporary adhesive on this, stick it down to your card, and then ink over the top, and you'll end up with just an edge of colour around it, and the whatever colour cardstock you've got, you'd then have that as the cloud colour, if that makes sense. Obviously if you're using the stencil, then whatever colour you use, the inside of the cloud will be that colour. And then once you've done the mask or the stencil, whichever way you do first, you can then do the opposite. So if you've done the stencil first with your colour, you could then put the mask over the top and then do another colour around the outside. So cool. And cloud stencils and images, I think, are very, very useful for a lot of things. And then, of course, the pièce de résistance is the Hoppy Days Ahead stamp set. It's a huge stamp set. They always send you a 6x8 stamp set, and it's got loads and loads of cool Hoppy Days Ahead sentiments. So yes, there's an Easter theme because of the bunnies, but it's not specifically Easter, so there's a bit of an Easter thing here, but there's also hello, happily ever after, so it could be a little anniversary card. This could be like a Mother's Day card, or a Father's Day card. Yeah, just lots of things. There you could use them as anniversary, you know, just a happy or hoppy springy kind of stamp set. And also this makes me happy because these I can then use to create scenes with these little things. I like scene cards, you know that. But you could also use these individually and just have the little flowers and just make it really, really pretty. So yeah, so that's it. Bring that back in. So I hope you've enjoyed this, guys. I hope this was helpful, and be sure to check back because I will have videos coming up hopefully before the end of March, but you never know because things happen, showcasing this stamp set. And I will try this card kit, and I will try and use some of these papers as well, just to give you some ideas with what to do with them. So I hope you've enjoyed this, and I will see you next time, guys. Bye.